Hey guys, welcome to another comic book haul video I have for you. So these books I'm about to show y'all, and this is a relatively short haul. These books are books that I was able to get signed and meet some of the creators. I was able to attend the Comic Con in Corpus Christi a few weeks ago, July 11th through the 13th weekend, and my family and I decided to take a little trip to Corpus that weekend, and it's only like a 3-hour drive from where we live here in Texas, and they were having that Comic Con going on down that weekend, so I decided to check it out on that Sunday. And I've heard of the Comic Con down there in Corpus that they put on, but I hadn't had a chance to check it out before. And so while I was there, I thought, oh, why not? Yeah, I was glad I was able to go. I was able to meet, some creators that are some of my faves. That I was able to get some of my personal books signed. So let me show you guys what I got signed here, and this is starting with the Punisher War Journal issue number 64, part of the Suicide Run storyline. This cover was done by Michael Golden, and he was at the Comic Con there, and he signed my book there, as you can see right on the front cover of the bottom right corner. There's his signature, and yeah, he was a really nice guy, and it was really awesome to meet him, and him sign my Punisher book. This one is a newsstand of this one. I think the direct was more a die cut version of this, but I just love this. Love this Punisher cover, and yeah, it was really nice to meet him, and it was awesome to sign my book and stuff. I think he just did the cover for this. I don't think he did the interior art, but so he signed that book for me, and he's also done some Batman work too as well. So I had this issue of Batman Detective Comics number 625, and this came out back in 1991. And Michael Golden, he did the cover art for this, and it's one of my favorite covers from Detective Comics back in that time period, the early 90s. And really sweet. He signed it right there in the bottom right corner. So yeah, just awesome cover. He didn't do the interior, I don't think, for this book, just the cover. But anyway, so I was glad to get a couple of my favorite covers that he did signed. And then the next creator that I met was Arthur Suydam, and I hope I'm saying his name correctly, but of course Arthur Suydam is the known as like the Marvel Zombie King. So for all his zombie work that he does, I know he's done it across different types of publishers too, but yeah, this is actually some of the I guess non-zombie work that he's done, but he did some work on Moon Knight back in the mid to late 2000s, so around like 2008. So he did this cover to Moon Knight issue number 16. This came out in 2008, and yeah, he signed it right there, as you can see in green, toward the bottom there on the front, which is really cool because he used the green Sharpie, which I didn't request any kind of special color for him to sign it. He just chose that, and it kind of matches Moon Knight's eyes on the front cover, which is really cool. So yeah, really nice guy. I took a selfie with him too. Also took a selfie with Michael Golden as well. Unfortunately, we won't be able to show it to you guys in this video, but yeah. Also, with meeting Arthur Suydam, I was talking to one of his assistant guys, and basically what it was is if you paid for an art print, he would sign. Arthur would sign the art print, and he would sign a book for free. So it's kind of like you got two for the price of one. So I bought a print, and it was the the Man with No Name, Clint Eastwood, who's one of my favorite, actors of all time. And I picked that art print, and he signed the art print. I don't have it here to show you guys, so he signed that for me, and I plan to get that one. Framed, but maybe I'll show it in another video. Yeah. So anyway, but he signed this book for free, so which was pretty awesome. So one of my favorite Moon Knight covers. Arthur Suydam, and he just did the cover for this. I think Mark Teixeira, who's also one of my other faves, he did the interior art. Just awesome Arthur Suydam cover there. And the next book to show you guys that I got signed, this Captain America, Symbol of Truth, relatively new book that came out the last few years or so. Just a cool cover with Falcon and Black Panther. I was able to meet the interior artist, one of the interior artists who did this book, Julian Shaw. And he was there at the con, and really nice guy. I think I got to talking with him the longest at the show for like maybe 10 minutes, and he was just talking to me about Marvel and how he got started, and the kind of work that he does there, and and how it's like at Marvel, what it's like to work at Marvel, and just really awesome guy to talk with. And I wasn't really expecting all that, but it was just really awesome. He was sharing all that with me. So, but yeah, he was really nice. Took a picture with him too. Of course, I don't have that to show you guys, but he did sign this book, and of course he did the interior art on this book, and he signed it right there, and he told me I'll sign it right below my name, which he did. So he put 2025 JS, just his initials. So kind of small, but still cool. So. And the next book to show you guys, and I was waiting for him to come back to his table. When I went by there, a lady there, or a worker there, told me that he was doing a panel, and I was like, oh, okay, no problem. So I just kind of browsed around the con, and then it was funny when I saw him when he came back. I think he was talking with another creator that was there, and he was kind of near his table but wasn't in front of it. So I just kind of stood there for like maybe 10 minutes waiting, but there was like nobody else really there at his table. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just wait. I don't want to interrupt this conversation. He was talking to another creator. So then as a few other people started showing up, then he came back around in front of his table, and but anyways, so the creator that I was waiting on, and I was able to meet the creator that he was talking to for that good little bit, and I'll show you a book that she signed here just a little bit, but yeah, so that creator that I was waiting for was Graham Nolan, and he was there at the Comic-Con. And of course, Graham Nolan is the co-creator of one of the great Batman villains, Bane. So, and it was interesting because I thought about bringing, and I have that issue, Batman number 497, where Bane breaks Batman's back. But I found that copy last year, and it was actually a copy that I found that was signed by Kelly Jones at Bedrock City Comics last year in Sugar Land, Texas. And I thought about maybe getting that one signed by Graham Nolan as well. But I was like, no, this one I found, it was signed by Kelly Jones, so that's okay. I'll get another book signed by him. So I decided just to get this one signed, which was really awesome, and I love this book. And this is Batman Detective Comics number 700, and this book is special to me because I found it either 2024 or 2023, I can't remember. It was within the last year or two, and I actually found it at Half Price Books, and I found it for $5. And what's special about this book, it's also kind of a rare one. It's got the DC Universe logo on the book, and those books, those DC Universe logo that had the logo on those books are kind of rare books. Those are books, like, from what I understand, were copies of books that DC repurchased, and then they repackaged and resold to, like, toy store outlets like Toys R Us, I think. I know Toys R Us was one of them, maybe even KB toy stores back in the day in the 90s. But that's what they did. They bought them, and then they reprinted them, and they reprinted them with these DC Universe logo. But there's no telling how many of them they reprinted. So, like, the print run is kind of not really known, and maybe there is a known print run. I'm just not sure, but I just know that these books are kind of hard to find. So, with this one being Detective Comics number 700, DC Universe logo, I had to pick this up when I found it at, like, a year or two ago. And Graham Nolan, who I met there at the con, he did the cover to this, and he also did the interior art. So, and as you can see, he signed it right there, his classic signature, the way he signs his name, the square around his name, right there toward the bottom right. Just super awesome, really nice guy too. And I was able to take a picture with him as well. And so he asked another person there that was waiting to meet him if he could take a picture of us, and that was really nice that he did that too as well. So I was super stoked that I was able to meet, and I was definitely more than willing to wait, to meet him and stuff. So there, and it was definitely well worth it. So glad I was able to get this book I found signed by him. It's just one of my favorite Batman books that I owned that I've gotten signed. So anyways, I only got one signed by him. That's the only one to really show you guys. And so the next book I'm going to show you is the creator that Grant was talking to, that had to wait a little bit. So I went and I met her next, and she signed this book that she did some work on. And this is the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 362, and this is the second appearance of Carnage. Of course, 361 is the first, and I actually have the first. I have a couple of copies of that. Actually, I do. My son does. But on 361, I don't think she had any involvement with that book. But with this one here, 362, she did. And she was the colorist on this book. So that creator was Renee Witterstater, and she was really, really nice, and she signed my book there. Um, right below Venom, uh, there, as you can see, she's on 2025. She did a little smiley face there. but um, but yeah, she was really nice. Took a picture with her and everything. So it was really awesome to get this signed. This was one of those books from the '90s where, I remember when this came out in '92, and back when I was a teenager then, and I remember buying Wizard Comics magazine that they don't publish anymore, but seeing this preview, this book in the magazines, I'm like, man, I just got to get that book, and it was so hard to find at that time and stuff. But actually, I have a story about this book. So I remember when this book came out, I was in middle school, junior high, and a friend of mine who was really into comics, one day it was homeroom, I think, and we had like free time. I think it was toward the end of the school year because these books came out in April and in May, Carnage's first appearances, and he was showing me his books. In his binder, he had him like in a binder, a school binder, which was weird, but he had them all in there, and he had this book in there, and he was telling me how he found it at a gas station, like near our school, and I was like, wow, that's so cool how you found it, and he found 361 there too as well, and I remember when he showed me, I was just like, I'd been into comics before then, but when he was showing me his collection, that really got me even into it even more, and I was just, I was sold even more on it, and I was like, man, I gotta find those books. So now, of course, my copy is not from finding it back in the day. Of course, I bought this copy later on in life, anyways, but glad to have got it signed and met one of the creators. Renee Winterstetter on this book, so pretty cool. Wanted to show you guys. So, and the last book to show you guys, met another creator there. He's done some IDW work with Ninja Turtles and the Last Ronin stuff. And he did the cover to this issue, the Last Ronin 10 years. This is the Lost Years. This is issue number 1, the retailer incentive cover. And the artist who did the cover to this was Edward Kratz. And doesn't show his name down in the credits below, but he did the cover to this, and he signed it. He signs his name sideways, which is kind of funny, but EEK. I don't think he did the interior art for this, but he did do the cover for this book, so, which was pretty cool. I don't really collect too much Ninja Turtles stuff, but I do for some reason I do like number 1 issues of Ninja Turtles, no matter what publisher it is or what run it is or whatever, and it has like all the team, all 4 of the turtles on the book cover. I just, for some reason, I gravitate to those books for some reason, whether it be number 1s, even if they don't really have any crazy significance or anything like that, but I didn't even actually have this book in my possession there at the con. He actually was selling it at his booth, his table, and I think it was like $20. And for a purchase, he would also sign it. So he signed it, and I got to talking with him a little bit too. A really nice guy, and took a picture with him also as well. So, but anyways, so that's the last book to show you guys. These are just books that I got signed, and by some of the creators that I met at the Corpus Christi Comic Con here, July 11th through the 13th. So, anyways, hope y'all like this video. Feel free to post a comment, like, or subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.